right here in south of downtown, also called SoDo. And when my family came up from Miami, and that's where I was born, we actually lived at these little apartments until we found a permanent house to buy in Longwood. So these were the little apartments that we used to stay in when we first moved here. They're still here today. Fun fact, my little brother who loved to fish caught his very first fish right in that lake. This is the very first house we moved into when we moved up from Miami here in Central Florida, and this is in Longwood. I consider myself having grown up here. Fun little fact, my family planted the big tree that's right behind me. I just talked to the owner, who's the one that bought it from my parents. So the people that bought here have been living here for 35 years, and 35 years ago we sold this house and I moved to the next Longwood house. So I'm here at the very last house I lived at before I moved out onto my own as an adult here in Longwood. This is the second house we moved into. Fun little fact, when I forgot my keys, I would scale up the fence and up on the roof and into that bedroom window on the second floor. My mom didn't really like that. So I lived in this cute little duplex in my 20s here in Altamont Springs. It was real close to the mall, real close to transportation, and really close to the railroad tracks. A good night's sleep around here was few and far between. In my 20s, I used to live right behind here in Thornton Park, and Thornton Park is right in the center of downtown Orlando. There's so much to do and you can walk to it from there. So I used to walk across Lake Eola and have all the fun downtown, and believe it or not, you can still do that today. Okay, so fun fact, I planted this night blooming cereus cactus that I brought from the house I lived at in Dunedin, and so it's been growing up the tree ever since. Right here in Azalea Park in this house, and this is the very first house I ever purchased. Right after I got married, I even brought my youngest home as a baby. It was near the airport. My kids walked to the elementary school, and we spent 12 years here. And after this house, we made our move to West Orlando. After moving from East Orlando, I moved right here to Ocoee. Our family lived here for a couple of years until we were ready to buy again. This is where I live now. So I live in West Orlando in the Ocoee area, and I absolutely love it. Here's why I moved to Ocoee. It's near the 408, the Turnpike, and the 429, so it gets me to all things Orlando. And we're very near Plant Street Market, so that's a really wonderful area in our neighboring town of Winter Garden. Coolest thing about my neighborhood is I can walk to the blueberry field, and once a year for about 8 weeks, we can go pick fresh blueberries. This will probably eventually be a rental investment. It's not my forever home, but I absolutely love living here and the lifestyle that Central Florida has to offer. I'm super excited to show you why I love Central Florida and why I think you will too.